Hi everyone, welcome to a LinkedIn Live that we're doing today. So I'm delighted to say we're joined by Hannah, and today we're going to be talking all about business scale up, especially in the kind of North Yorkshire, York, and East Riding area. But before we kind of go to that bit, just kind of a bit of, I guess, housekeeping. That this is a live video that we're doing now, and we're on YouTube, LinkedIn, and our Twitter page. However, we do appreciate that lots of people will watch this recorded, so they'll watch it a little bit after the fact, as it were. So if you do have any questions or comments, obviously people on live, please do put them in the comment box. But also, if you've watched it a day or two afterwards or whatever it might be, please still do put the comments and the questions, because we'll kind of keep going back to those. So yeah, hopefully we can help as many people as possible. We're going to cover some questions today, but then go back to it. So yes, welcome, Hannah.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. So probably a really good place to start. Do you want to kind of just introduce yourself and kind of tell us a little bit about the business scale up program and kind of what it's about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Business Scale Up is an ESF funded program. So it's kind of a legacy program from the EU funding. It's managed by the external funding unit from Calderdale College. So Calderdale College manages a number of external projects, and this is one of them. Business Scale Up was primarily focused around people. So it was created around 2018, 2019, when conversations were happening around support for business owners in particular. So there was a lot of funding for tangible products, so machinery, equipment, premises, even maybe even towards vehicles. And it was identified that the people running those businesses actually needed some support themselves, whether it was for them as a business owner or as an employee. I, at the time, was a business owner. I'd had a business for 10 years and can definitely resonate with the support that's available in Business Scale Up. So it's 40% funding that we've got at the moment towards consultancy, coaching, leadership and management training. There's hundreds of offers.
Amazing. So kind of who is it available for? Is there I assume there's some sort of criteria to these things, but
Yeah.
I know there's probably loads of details to it, but probably just kind of an overview of it would be useful.
Yeah, we're actually really lucky, and it's one of the things I love about this program is that the criteria is pretty flexible. It's not sector specific, it's not age specific either, so the business can be any age. We've worked with business owners who are still in full-time employment but side hustling, right up to businesses that have got 200 employees and have been going for 20 years. So there's no age restriction. As long as that business is located within either York, North Yorkshire or the East Riding region, they can access this support and the funding contributions that are available. As long as they fit that SME criteria of under 250 employees, we can help.
Perfect. Now, I appreciate, obviously, that we're going to give a very much an overview today for people. There's not going to be too much detail because every business is, as we know, different and have their own thing, circumstances.
Yeah.
Just to let everyone know that we've got an event in March with in York at the Malmaison, which Hannah's going to be there for, and Hannah's going to do a little bit of a talk there, but also going to be available one-to-one basis as well. So if people want to come onto that, hopefully you can find those details. I will put them in the comments as well, those details for people. But if you can't find them, just give us a shout, and you're very welcome to come along and speak on a one-to-one basis. That's right, isn't it, Hannah?
Yes, please do. I mean, it takes that's a lot of the feedback that we get is how easy this program is to access. We do all the paperwork for you. There's no heavy paperwork or admin to get this funding. There's no claim back. So yeah, always happy for a conversation.
Absolutely. So I guess often when I do these kind of discussions and videos, it's kind of like, why are we doing this conversation? And I think that's probably a really good question to ask. Why is the type of support that you guys offer, why is it needed? Why is it important for businesses?
Yeah, so it's one that I can really resonate with it personally. So I had a business of my own for a decade. It was a food business in just outside York. We were wholesaling out to like delis, hotels, farm shops and things. And we grew really quickly in an 18-month, 2-year period. And it became incredibly difficult for me. I was in my early 20s. I really struggled to get the support that I needed. Didn't have anyone to talk to really. We doubled the size of the team. We were tripling the turnover. It was a lot to take on. And at that point I hit burnout and I reached out for help. I knew I needed help. I didn't know what it was. But at that point I did a leadership and management program, and that included some one-to-one coaching support. And that changed everything for me. I kind of opened my eyes to what I was capable of, what type of leader I could be for the team. And one of the biggest things I think was getting clarity. And that's why I love this program so much, because the coaching and consultancy side of the support is that opportunity for business owners to take a step out and reflect on what they want their next steps to be. Because like most entrepreneurs or business owners, I'm naturally creative. I'm a problem solver. I like to find solutions. But when you're stuck in the day-to-day, it's really difficult to do that. And then that becomes overwhelming and frustrating. So there's a reason people don't often get past that 3-year gap. So if you pass 3 years, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I think if you pass 3 months, sometimes you're doing well, to be honest.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really hard when you're in that day-to-day. And more so now, I think that this program is going to really step into its own. I mean, we're only around until September, November at the latest, because that's when the last of the EU funding is gone. So we're really encouraging people to reach out now while it's here, because with everything that's going on, recruitment's tough, employee retention's hard. Trying to focus all that as a business owner is really difficult. So getting that coaching support that can give you clarity about what to do next, and also support your employees in the process. We've got training programs for new managers so that you can help people that have been newly promoted. There's so much to help, particularly from a mental health perspective as well. There's a lot of talk going on around well-being.
Absolutely. We kind of on that point there, just had a question from Helen. So thank you for sending a question, Helen. You hopefully can see that on the screen there, asking about what types of courses you offer. So you've kind of covered a little bit there. It's maybe worth kind of giving an overview of that for us.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got everything from, it's all really budget friendly as well. So depending on the size of the business, the finances that you've got available, we've got one-day workshops that would be something like, one of the really popular ones actually is called Honest Conversations, helping with communication across teams. That's 165 with the funding. That's a full day program. And then it goes right up to a 7-month leadership and management program, which is just over 1,700, I think. But that's 7 months of leadership and management support and one-to-one coaching included. That's actually the program that I did myself, and can vouch for that. It was life-changing as a business owner.
Absolutely. And I just thought of this then really about, to me, there's kind of two elements to any kind of support and courses. There's kind of the knowledge side of things, which is great and really, really useful. But there's also that kind of almost a peer group community type benefit. So it'll be interesting to know. Obviously, it's very much in my world, this isn't, but very interested to know how that works with some of the things that you guys do.
Yeah, so that's a question that we ask as well. So if we sit down with business owners or senior management and they've got junior managers that they can really see potential in, we ask questions about them. How are they in a group? Do they have confidence? Would they thrive off learning from others, or would they benefit from more of a one-to-one approach? Because we can offer both. There's a really good 8-week leadership and development program that's an open program. I think that starts in April. So that's open to a cohort, so they can attend with people from other businesses that are in the same kind of position. That's been really helpful as well, having that peer-to-peer support, where new managers get to meet other new managers and realize that they don't need to know everything immediately. Other people are in the same boat. That's been really helpful.
No, absolutely. I think that type of support, we hear a lot of people just sometimes, it's nice to know that other people are going through the same thing as me. And it doesn't solve the issue, does it? But I think if you can, a bit of peace of mind, a bit of reassurance, is just as important as any skill and knowledge that you can learn.
Yeah, it is. And I think that also it builds that trust, doesn't it? Where you get to a point where you feel comfortable saying, I actually don't know what I'm doing. That was my phrase to my mum a lot. I don't know what I'm doing. But when you're around that kind of environment, it feels safe to say something like that and to get the help that you need.
Yeah, well, someone who's been doing this for about 4 years now, I would openly admit that every day I don't know what I'm doing.
No shame.
It's quite nice, isn't it? When you it's almost kind of I don't know, kind of therapeutic to kind of know that, you know what, I don't know most of the things I'm doing. I'll just kind of make it up as I go along. So it's quite nice sometimes.
And that's the exciting bit, I think, because we can't learn if we don't fail, right? So
exactly. And if people want to get involved, then kind of what's the steps? What do they have to do to kind of start that process?
Yeah, so we have a standalone website now. So we are obviously part of Coldsdale College, but the Business Scale Up program does have its own website, which we've linked in the comments. And on the website, there is an opportunity to book a free consultation call. So there's no obligation for this call at all. It's with myself or my colleague Adrian, who's incredible. Love that guy. He is based in Scunthorpe, so he covers a lot of the East Riding area, whereas I'm in York, so I cover a lot of York, North Yorkshire. That call is usually a maximum of an hour. It depends on how much you need someone to listen, really. But we look at what challenges you're facing, what you're really struggling with, what's keeping you up at night, and then ask questions that maybe you've not had anybody ask before. So what are your goals? What are your dreams and ambitions? And we look at how we can help you get there.
Absolutely. And kind of in terms of getting hold of you, Hannah, and finding out more from you, where's the best places to go?
Yeah, probably straight to my LinkedIn profile. Just drop me a message on there if you've got any questions, or if you want to find out a bit more than happy to talk to anybody, or meet up over a coffee. If you're in York, I'm more than happy to do that.
Excellent. And like I said, we've got a few events coming up in York, which I've put the links in the comments. And again, if people can't get hold of them, just let me know. But if you want to come along, so the event in March will be it's a kind of a bit of a mixture of a kind of speaker event and a co-working day, the things that we do on a regular basis. But it'll be a chance to speak to yourself, Hannah, and kind of on a one-to-one basis, I guess, and pick your brains on the various things as well.
Yes, more than happy to do that.
Excellent. Well, I promised we'd get through this quite quickly because I appreciate everyone's got time, and I know with this type of thing, it's a very individual. So I think for me, and I don't know for you, Hannah, it's very much an awareness for people understanding what's out there, and like you said, towards the end of the year, then with the deadline.
Yeah, we've got till the end of September. We've got access to this funding. We have just put in an extension request. We're hoping to push that up until November, which will give us an extra couple of months for those like longer qualifications or programs. So yeah, fingers crossed it'll be November. But yeah, just wanted to let as many people as we can know about it while it's here.
Absolutely. So if you're kind of in the eligible region and everything, get involved. At least try to get involved. Have a little look, see what there is there, and maybe have a discussion with Hannah and see what's available. Because obviously, that's whilst probably end of this year seems like a long way away. 1st of February felt like a long way away, literally a few days ago, and now it's here. So do get involved. So just saying that. Thank you, Helen. Thank you for your question and getting involved. So glad it was useful. Hopefully, people taking something from it, and you'll get a few people contacting you, Hannah. So this recording, if you think it's useful for people as well, we'll be putting it on our YouTube page. It will stay on my LinkedIn account as well. But again, any issues trying to find it, if you want to watch it back, just give me a shout and I'll pass the details on. So I just want to say thank you, Hannah. Really appreciate it, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.